Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, police are looking for a suspect who was accused of hitting two people on a crosswalk in Mercer County. And the latest from Michigan, where several people are dead after a shooting and fire at a church.
And it's quiet now, but will we have to dodge a shower or two for the day on Tuesday? Details coming up.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We begin tonight with breaking news out of Laurel County. We understand Randall Weddle has been reinstated as mayor of the city of London. That ruling coming from Judge David Williams just a little bit earlier. In his ruling, the court found the London City Council failed to present grounds for Weddle's removal. The order reinstates Weddle as the mayor of London effective immediately. We're still waiting to hear comments from the mayor. Now, back on September 5th, the city council voted to impeach and remove Weddle from office, which later prompted Weddle to file a lawsuit regarding his removal. But again, the breaking news is that he has been reinstated as mayor of London. We have a reporter heading to London. We will update you as we learn more and hope to have a complete report later tonight at 11 o'clock. Two people are in the hospital and a pickup truck driver is still on the run after a collision Saturday night. It happened about midnight near downtown Harrodsburg in Mercer County. Two people were struck by a hit-and-run driver. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what investigators are looking into.
Two people possibly heading home in Harrodsburg trying to cross the road.
They were in a crosswalk. The suspect vehicle, according to witnesses, ran a red light and struck two of the pedestrians that were in the crosswalk.
Police say the driver never stopped and took off. That person is yet to come forward or own up to what happened.
Accidents happen, but to injure someone and then flee without even, are you okay? I'm sorry, you know, what can I do? To just leave the scene and leave those individuals, you know, there with substantial injuries, it just makes you shake your head.
And police say this driver could face a number of different charges based on the outcome of the investigation. They tell me that they really don't know exactly how fast the pickup truck was going when it hit the two people. Two people hit, an adult and a teenager, are being treated at UK Med Center.
They're stable condition, but they do have several significant injuries.
Police say they're following up on leads in the case and are confident someone will be charged. They know the person was driving a pickup truck.
So our investigation has been active, obviously, since the collision occurred, and we're continuing to gather information and gather evidence.
Police say they and the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office will figure out which charges to levy against the suspect. In Mercer County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Along with Harrodsburg Police, the Mercer and Boyle County Sheriff's Offices, 911, and EMS assisted with the case. Three people are facing drug-related charges after a traffic stop in Louisa. According to the Louisa Police Department, an officer saw a car driven by Brian Walford, whom the officer knew had an active warrant. Police stopped the vehicle so they could arrest Walford. During that stop, the officer says they saw other people in the car with drugs and drug material in plain view. Walford, Elizabeth Green, and Jasmine Bond were all arrested and taken to jail. A man accused of shooting his mother in Laurel County is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow. Bev Dwayne Begley was arrested after police say he shot and injured his mother. The incident happened last week on Guy Green Road. Police say he also assaulted others in the home. 3 people in total were hurt. Begley is facing attempted murder charges, among others. Tomorrow, a hearing will determine the medical licensing statuses of Powell County Judge Executive Eddie Barnes as well as other EMS workers. It comes after they administered anti-venom to a man bitten by a venomous snake earlier this year. While the man survived, the state EMS board says only wilderness paramedics can administer anti-venom. Experts say those rules exist because when you go outside your scope of practice, you could be putting the public at risk. 2 men are behind bars after police in Louisville say they stole copper wiring while they were on Interstate 65. Police say Daniel Bentley and Robert Kelly were seen stripping copper wire on the interstate at the Gene Snyder Freeway during the weekend. They were arrested and appeared before a judge this morning. Both pleaded not guilty and issued bonds of $2,500 and $5,000. They are not allowed to go to any Kentucky transportation buildings or speak to their staff. Authorities have provided new details about a shooting that happened in Lexington. Police arrested John Tay Mattingly 11 days ago in connection to a shooting that seriously injured a city worker. Mayor Linda Gorton confirmed the worker was Stephen Van Zant. Police say a second suspect is still on the run. That man is believed to be Jermaine Shanks. Detectives say they publicly bragged about the shooting.
They bragged about the shooting. They said they were responsible for why the helicopters and police were all in the area, and even made a statement that they were to be paid $11,000 for doing this.
The case was sent to a grand jury. We are learning more about a deadly church shooting and fire in Michigan. The shooting happened yesterday at a church in the Grand Blanc area, about 65 miles northwest of Detroit. At least 5 people have died from that incident after a former Marine opened fire during a crowded service. At least 8 others were hurt.
As a state, we know the pain of this too well. We've seen gun violence in our schools, stores, parades, festivals, and our houses of worship. These are places that we go to feel connected, to feel safe, to be together. But today, this place has been shattered by bullets and broken glass. And this might be a familiar pain, but it hurts all the same.
Police identified the suspect who also died as 40-year-old Marine veteran Thomas Jacob Sanford. For some in Kentucky, that church shooting in Michigan hits close to home. Back in July, the Lexington area dealt with a shooting that resulted in 2 people being killed. That one happened at Richmond Road Baptist Church. Beverly Gum and Christina Combs were killed and 2 others were taken to a nearby hospital. The suspect, Guy House, was shot and killed by law enforcement. The suspect who is accused of shooting and killing political activist Charlie Kirk appeared in court remotely today. Prosecutors charged Tyler Robinson with aggravated murder. They also plan to seek the death penalty for the 22-year-old. Robinson is set to appear in person for his next hearing, which is scheduled right now for October 30th. The shooting happened back on September 10th. The U.S. Department of Education is preparing for a possible government shutdown. Yesterday, Education Department officials announced its contingency plan if lawmakers fail to pass a spending bill by late Tuesday. It says nearly 1,500 of its 1,700 employees would be furloughed. Some essential employees would stay on to keep loans and grants moving. The agency, however, would stop issuing new grants and reviewing civil rights complaints. It was a warm start to the work week, and it looks like another dry streak, or pretty dry streak, as we head into the month of October. First Alert meteorologist Eric Dean has our first look at the forecast. Eric?
For the most part, yes, Steve. Some places may have to dodge a renegade shower or 2 tomorrow afternoon. The majority of us, though, will stay dry. This is the scene right now on Buffalo Mountain. You can see a little bit of cloud cover off in the distance there. Otherwise, we're seeing plenty of sunshine. There's a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar. All is quiet throughout eastern Kentucky. A little bit of shower activity over towards portions of Virginia as well as West Virginia, but that's it. Now, some of that will start to push in as we go into the day on Tuesday, so the eastern portion of the WYMT viewing area could see a little bit of shower activity, especially in the late morning and early afternoon hours, courtesy of Imelda. This is a tropical storm. You can see some of that moisture that's going to push its way up and over again. Not everybody will see it, but if you do see it, it may last for about 15-30 minutes. It's out of here. Right now, look at Somerset. 84 degrees is the current temperature. 82 in London. Hazard's at 81. Pikeville's at 81. You go to Prestonsburg, you're at 83 degrees. If you have the WYMT First Alert weather app, you can get your hour-by-hour forecast. Will stay clear as we go throughout the evening and overnight hours. Temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. I'll have your complete First Alert forecast coming up in a few minutes. Steve.
Eric, thank you. AAA of the Bluegrass has some advice for those who may experience road rage. Lori Weaver Hawkins says if you're dealing with a driver in another vehicle who is showing road rage, to just breathe, give some distance, and do not interact. She says it is not your job to police others for bad driving behavior.
Don't take the bait. Don't make eye contact. Don't offer any gestures or anything like that. Offer no response. That's your best bet when you're confronted with an aggressive driver.
Hawkins suggests if the driver continues to be aggressive, to stop at a safe location or call police. She says it is important not to drive home if you are being followed. Kentucky has secured nearly $18 million to build electric vehicle charging stations. Governor Andy Beshear filed a lawsuit last month challenging the Trump administration's decision to freeze funding for the program. It was after Kentucky was originally guaranteed $32 million for the proposal. However, the incoming funds will still help build 46 charging sites throughout the Commonwealth. In Taylor County, Campbellsville University will be celebrating the life of a student who died last week. 21-year-old Peyton Hughes went missing at a fishing tournament in Texas. His body was found last Friday. The university will host a celebration of life for Hughes at 8:30 tomorrow night at Ransdale Chapel. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, work is underway to build a new riverfront park in one nearby West Virginia town.
And as we wrap up the month of September, how are we looking in terms of rainfall? Details coming up.